Greetings from California.
Greetings from New York. I'm no longer in California, but I had a blast in LA.
I bet you did. It was quite a hollow weekend here.
Look, I was going to ask, how was your Halloween?
I had a ball. I went to the Halloween party with my friend. We had a great time. It was just an all-around fun weekend being Steve Jobs.
I know you have an Android, though.
Well, I also have a Mac.
Okay. Look, I'll be trying to move to LA. Like, when it makes sense, I think I'm going to move to LA because it's just a vibe, you know? Why are you looking at me like that?
What you who for years have said, I'm staying in New York. I'm staying in. What on earth? What was it this trip that made you think this could be a possibility?
I've always felt this way. I've always said that New York is wifey and, LA is the mistress. And, every time I'm in LA, I'm just like, I really like this. And then I can have a car again. I can be high all the time. And I can literally live anywhere, but it just has to make sense right now because I love my place right now. So I'm not ready to give that up.
I mean, who says you have to? You can be in two places at once. Rent that out half the time. At
Um,
least through the winter. Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. Winter is coming.
maybe
That's
that's
what it is. Well, you about to clock in for winter. Yeah, it's November 3rd. Y'all clocking in for winter. Y'all don't get to clock out for winter until, Memorial Day.
Anyway, my Halloween was great. That Sunday I went to a deviant party, which is like a black circuit party. If you saw a very tall, slutty looking Ash Ketchum, that was not me. I will, I will say those were the shortest pair of shorts I've ever worn in my life. Those were hot pants.
Oh, you wore shorts and not just a jock strap.
Both, but yeah, I'm not that free in front of people, but they were definitely hot pants. You know Beyonce's shorts in the Crazy in Love video?
Yes,
Like they were that short.
they were that short. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, it was a cute moment, had fun. Um, we're in November already.
I know it is 2 months until my 40th, and time is just rushing every day. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Speaking of it being November, what do you think of the transition from Halloween to November where Mariah Carey's like, it's time? Like, I'm glad that everyone loves, Christmas and stuff, but I don't celebrate Christmas until like after Thanksgiving.
She really could have waited until after Thanksgiving. It ain't time yet, Heifer. It ain't time. It really ain't.
Well,
I feel like scary movies are kind of all the way through November 15th. And then you have, your rewatch of Soul Food, a Stone Family Christmas, your odd family movies. Then you start putting on, like, Thanksgiving is when A Christmas Story starts playing. So yeah, Mariah, wait till after we didn't cut the turkey a little bit.
yeah, I'm just wondering who started that.
The stores.
You're right, you're right.
Because now some stores like, Nordstrom or Neiman Marcus will say, we're not putting anything up Christmas until after Thanksgiving. But some stores, they already got Christmas shit out, and then you spend so much on it and you spend so much time decorating. If you got kids, you want them to, really get to enjoy it. And you're like, well, I didn't spend all this money, so you may as well play with this shit for 2 months.
Well, according to Spotify, All I Want for Christmas Is You was streamed 1 million times November 1st.
Some people really like Christmas. Then again, some people get to have good Christmases.
That's true. The privilege.
Some people have loving families.
True, true. I guess we can get started with the hot topics. Let's get the sad news out the way.
It is really sad.
It is like he's like a year like 1 year older than my brother, like born in 1994. And like just at 28. So we're talking about Takeoff from the Migos. Like in Houston, like some shots were fired because of a dice game. Like the bullet wasn't even meant for him. Like it was a straight bullet that took his life. And unfortunately, in the age that we're in, like someone recorded like just his body on the ground, which is crazy to me.
And you couldn't even scroll through Twitter without, seeing it. And I'm glad that I like went on Twitter. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean Takeoff's dead? I couldn't believe it. And so you're going through, and then I see someone kind of quote in a caption that, oh my goodness, his scream was so haunting. I was like, oh, good. Glad I know not to click on that video.
Right. It's just crazy the social media that we're in right now. And this is like what, the third rapper?
It's crazy to me that 30 years after Biggie and Tupac, we are still telling the same story.
Right. And it's happening a lot more to the point where we're desensitized.
To the point where I ain't going to no rap concert.
Well, yeah. It's just crazy how you settle like a beef or anything, or argument, the first thing you pull out is a gun.
And then we got to worry about stray bullets. I'm going to need you to put them on a leash. Thank you very much.
Right. So it was Takeoff that died, and then two other people got shot. One of them was Quavo's assistant. Quavo was there. I'm not sure his relationship. I think he is Takeoff's nephew, I believe, or uncle. I think it's
Uncle.
Uncle. Okay. But
It's
yeah, very sad news.
And we're tired of just hearing it over and over again. And they were so non-problematic. They were never starting mess with anybody. Their music was excellent. Like just happy guys that are just artists. And now, Migos is never going to be the same. The music's never going to be the same. We saw what happened with TLC.
And Takeoff don't be bothering nobody. He's like the guy like that's chill.
Somebody quote, we ain't gonna have nobody to listen to by 2034. And sadly, they seem right.
I'm guess moving on. I guess we could stay in music. Do you like Taylor Swift?
Who?
Thank you for that, because it feels like everyone loves this woman except for me.
I have never heard a song of hers that I enjoyed. I've never seen an outfit of hers that I thought was a great gown or a beautiful gown. I've always found her to be the pinnacle of white mediocrity, and that's why she's placed so high, because she is what is achievable for a lot of these girls. They can sing along with her and not feel inferior, which they are. And they're going to have to get used to it, because the world will show them they're inferior. Taylor just lucked up with the right whites at the right time. And, they've been propping her up as a standard of excellence ever since, because if there actually was any excellence, these girls would get sad that they couldn't reach it.
Ooh, how do I follow that? Yeah, I have not heard this album. It is called Midnights. She already have the tour like announced, as well as a visual album coming too. Like it broke a record. It has filled every entry in the top 10 this week. Like the top 10, all Taylor Swift.
I saw that. And here's what happened. Taylor activated her barbs in a different way. Taylor, rather than dropping mediocre single after mediocre single, she pulled a side A and waited. And so that way, when the new music would come out, it's like, okay, let's get me to the top 10 this week. She does a lot of crap through Tumblr. I've heard about how her PR machine works, and they keep their stuff a little more under the radar. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Although I know a few of her fans, and they have said this album, they're not listening to it like they listen to the others, but the tour is going to be her eras. So it's going to be hits from all of them. So yeah, people are going to go. She's the white Beyonce.
How dare you?
You know what we're going to do this holiday season? We're not giving boring, basic, or predictable presents. Uncommon Goods is your secret weapon for this. Uncommon Goods makes holiday shopping fast, easy, and stress-free because we've already found an amazing selection from around the world of unique and remarkable gifts for all the people on your Christmas list. Uncommon Goods knows what you want and we'll ship it to you fast and easy. I know one of the coolest things I've seen is the phone soap smartphone sanitizer because you know how filthy your phone can get. And in this era of the Vivi, nothing keeps you or your smartphone safer. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting small independent businesses and local artists. These products are small batch, so get them quickly before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high in quality, and they've selected some of the most meaningful and out of the ordinary gifts that you can find online.
So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/roast. That's uncommongoods.com/roast for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
When I say that, I mean not talent-wise, but like business-wise.
She's not a performer at all.
I didn't say that.
Well, she can't be the white version of Beyonce then.
She is to them, not to us, to them.
Okay.
Think about it. They don't have to learn any dance moves, so they don't have to deal with the fact that they offbeat. She's a perfect sing-along artist, a Jessica Simpson.
They offbeat and out of tune.
Mm-hmm.
My blood's starting to boil as I talk about this, so we can move on.
Well, speaking of Taylor Swift, this is the worst name I have ever heard in my life. So you know Travis Barker from Blink-182.
Yes.
He named his daughter Alabama.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's not as bad as I thought. I was prepared for something really bad.
I feel like just go on and call her Confederate.
Why? Why did he name her Alabama?
I don't know, but she might want to change that. I just call her Connie.
Because of Confederate. I mean, there's other states that are worse names, like Idaho.
I would rather her be called Idaho, but that's also pretty racist. I'd call her OD for Old Dominion.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be called Idaho because, Idaho.
Being a hoe ain't a bad thing. I'd rather be a hoe than a racist.
Quotes on quotes on quotes. Yes. I didn't know. Did he just have a kid or?
No, she old.
Oh, okay. Her name is just Alabama.
Oh.
Are you going to see Black Panther 2 next week?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. I just got my $31 IMAX ticket for next week.
Oh, we normally go to the Alamo Draft House.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that I really don't need to see it in IMAX.
I've never seen a movie in IMAX. Have I? Have we?
Really? You haven't seen Avatar or
No.
Or any Marvel? Well, I wouldn't expect you to leave the house for a Marvel movie.
We went to see, no, I went with my roommate to see Black Panther.
Yeah, we saw it together like on the second time.
Yeah. We did go see Black Panther.
Yeah, that was our first video together.
Okay, yep.
Our Black Panther review.
Wow. Oh, I can't wait to do part 2.
Right. Maybe we should do a review for Black Panther 2 together.
Absolutely.
To commemorate our first video of all movies, too. Did we talk about Rihanna's song?
Oh.
Look. Oh, yeah, because we took a week off. Okay. I was very disappointed, by the way. Now a lot of people are saying, what y'all expected? You can't twerk to a funeral. Nobody said that. And even if it was to commemorate the dead, there are a lot of songs out here that do that and are still good. For instance, One Sweet Day, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Meet You at the Crossroads. There's another one. Oh, cause it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Like, no, Rihanna, like, first of all, even though it was a ballad, I'm like, okay, Rihanna still got some ballads that are good. Like she has Stay, she has Diamonds, she has Love on the Brain. But this song ain't it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if it's for the scene. Like, it doesn't make me want to re-listen to the song at all.
I think that song would have been great if it was sung by someone else.
Well, she didn't write it, of course. It was written by Tim's, and I think she would have did a better job. Well, some people love it. I think they just missed her voice, but if you're going for 6 years and that's the first song you come out with, I don't care if it's not on your album. Like, what is this?
It reminded me of Sisters for You. It was just in the key of goat. It was very ba ba black sheep. Have you any more? And I just wasn't really feeling the fable or the fairy tale.
It just has no climax. It just goes like, just like this, and then it ends. I'm like, I get it. It's for like a certain scene in Black Panther, but I didn't care for it. I'm sorry. If y'all love it in the chat, let me know, but it's a thumbs down for me. It's a no for me, dog.
Me too. In wonderful news, Tabitha Brown has been nominated for an Emmy.
Oh, nice. For what?
For her children's show, Tab Time on YouTube.
Oh, people on YouTube can get Emmys?
Yeah.
Oh, well, look at that.
We can nominate, like we can put ourselves in for submission. It just costs $4,000.
Really? It really? I did not know. Clearly, you've checked and have tried to nominate us.
Yes.
Wait a minute. So that can't be true for all the times, right?
Yeah.
Just to submit.
Yep.
Interesting. Huh. Well, good for her. I mean, I don't really know her background. I just know her being a cheerful, gregarious Black woman.
Yeah, she is amazing. She is a movement. She is the moment.
Yeah, and I remember how she read Wendy Williams, like, respectfully.
Yes.
Speaking of which, a new photo of Wendy Williams has released, and she's definitely aged, but she looks okay here.
Oh, good.
Did you see the video of Jamal Bryant reading Herschel Walker?
I did. And I have to say, that was some preaching. That was some preaching. With preaching that good, Giselle's barn should be finished by now.
I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But when you think about it, Jamal Bryant just ain't shit for being a husband. Like, other than that, I mean, he is still a preacher. And he's a Democrat, obviously. So I'm thinking the only reason we don't like him is because of what we've seen on Potomac.
And we really don't even dislike him because we've never really seen him on Potomac. We've only seen Giselle try to get him to film with her. We've only seen Giselle and her next beg him to be on camera, and we've only seen them pretend to be together over the phone. So really, we just don't like the farce that Giselle has put him to be a part of.
Yes, and you know, I do remember all last season we were asking, is Jamal coming?
No, of course not. Was their marriage in vain? Boom, boom, boom. Jamal ain't coming. No, of course not. That's gonna be my faith outro track when we do the album, because you know you gotta close it with a hymnal like a true '90s R&B album. I'm
Yes.
telling you, once I meet a band, I just have to meet the right band. And we gonna get it going.
I was doing my Potomac review and it just came out of nowhere. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot I used to say this all the time. So remember Mia was asking Robin, where's Juan? Like, is Juan here? And I was like, no, of course not. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna keep doing this now with Juan because Juan ain't gonna be there.
I mean, he would rather have a root canal.
Mm.
A
Look,
root canal. That's why he went on and played with the kids with Rob at the house. He was like, no, look, I'm going to film with you once, but I hope you don't think I'm going to come around so other people can ask me inappropriate questions. Because if they ask me if I've been cheating on you, I ain't going to lie, heifer.
speaking of Potomac, like, I just thought it was really mean of Robin to not invite Wendy and then have the gall to ask Candace to play auntie with her kids and tell them bring them over, like, and their mom isn't invited. Like, would she do that with her kids? I don't think so.
Hell no. It was Rob has really been trying to get a plot line this season. Rob is, I guess the salary done got good. She done woken up, or Juan said, look, I ain't gonna pay nothing into this house, so I'm getting my own place across town. So maybe that lit a fire under her. Maybe there's some more tax debt heading her way, but she is actually on the show.
And I think Wendy got the last laugh because this family fun day, like, it was so low budget, so cheap, so frugal. Like, where was the caterer? Where was the caterer?
It was Rob Dixon. It was nothing but Rob Dixon. I mean, all of those adjectives just described Rob to a T. Rob ain't spending a motherfucking penny on them people and that show. She ain't spending shit.
But listen,
I don't even think there was any food there. She brought the bands for the leg race, the sacks for the potato race, shit she had at the house. And didn't bring, I don't even think there was a high C. There might have been some bottles of water. So that way, I ain't got to worry about buying something. They were probably the reused bottles of water. Maybe she bought a pack for $10 at Walmart, but I didn't see snack. At first, I didn't see a chip.
Well, there was that sad table where she had like some type of food and pans on there, but I'm just like, really, like, do it up. Like, you're on TV right now. Like, you could have got like a referee for the day to like really take care of the games. You could have bought some trophies, some ribbons for people winning. She didn't even care. Like, they just brought a ball.
She said, I know y'all don't like junk. No, you just don't want to pay for junk. She said, I'm here to shoot my scene and get the F home.
Then all the kids, like, what about for the young kids? She could have got like, a bouncy house or something. In New Orleans, we call it a spacewalk or something, but it could have been a real, like, decent gathering. But Wendy's kids didn't miss out on nothing.
Sure didn't.
I love what someone said on Twitter, and Wendy messy ass retweeted it. The tweet said, knowing Robin, her kids would have came back hungry. Like, I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe Wendy retweeted that.
I mean, but are they wrong? If I went to Rob's house, I would expect to have a growl or two in my stomach. I wouldn't go over there without a snack pack. Hold on, here's how you show up to Rob's house. You show up to Rob's house like this. Oh, hey girl, how you doing? I know you wasn't gonna have nothing. Rob got tap water and that's it. No ice, just tap.
Oh, you beat me to it. You beat me to it. I was like, no ice, just tap water. But back to our original story, to Jamal, of course, not Bryant. Good for him. Like, I really hope next week is election day, and I'm just hoping, the city of Atlanta, like, y'all go to the polls, and I couldn't believe how close they are. Like, Warnock and Walker, like, they're very close, which is crazy. And then Stacey Abrams, like, I don't think she gonna win, y'all, but I have hope. I have hope. I'm just saying, I don't think she gonna win. I'm adjusting my expectations, but hopefully, go and vote. So Cynthia was talking on Teddy and Tamara's podcast about her relationship with Mike Hill, and she gave some more details about why it ended. She said during an appearance on Tamara Judge and Teddy Mellencamp's Two T's in the Pod podcast, he revealed the final straw before the pair's breakup. I felt like we weren't friends anymore. I felt like it was just going toward, we're just not going to be friends if we didn't pump the brakes. This is not my first rodeo. I think friendship just has to be there in the marriage. Like, love is great, but friendship has to be there. I truly want to be with my best friend.
Sounds like you didn't get renewed for Atlanta, so the marriage was no longer beneficial to you both. And that's why y'all wasn't friends no more. When the money was coming in, it was great. When y'all were #chill trying to brand yourselves, but once the business went bust, so did the relationship.
Well, to be fair, I think Cynthia left the show on her own accord. I think so, because they offered her a friend spot last season.
She wanted the real money. A friend spot barely pays for itself.
That's true. But I do think, like, they didn't just fire her. Like, they just said that, oh, well, we're going to give you a friend of role.
And friend of role means you could end up on the cutting room floor or in 1 or 2 episodes. And then really you're a friend? A friend? It's not like you're Marlo and you're going to work your way up to a peach, or you might even get it back. A friend?
So you bring up a good point of the optics. Like, Marlo was the friend of, so now you the friend of, you know? So I can see that.
And Atlanta is notorious for treating the friend of like garbage. Look at Minicue. Look at you're going to block ACU. They just embarrass the friends of, who was the other
Minicue?
The one that was common law married to that singer that walked up on Kenya and grabbed her arm. That was Minicue.
That is a throwback. Was that really her name?
It's what I call her and what the audience knows her as.
Why did they call her Minicue?
That's what her name was spelled like. She tried to call herself like Monique or Monique, but it was spelled Minicue.
It was Monique. Okay, all right. I was like, wait a minute, Minicue. Oh my God. I'm trying to think like that woman in the meme, like with the numbers all around her, like Minicue. Anyway, I don't know. I think Cynthia just should hang it up on love. Like, just be happy with yourself.
Not hang it up on love, damn.
Not to be, harsh. It's just, why go through that? Like, the next man you find, don't try to marry him. Just enjoy the moment. And when y'all together for like maybe 10 years or something, maybe y'all can just go to the courthouse. But, meeting somebody to get married and then it only lasted like barely 2 years, it's just, what's the point? It feels like marriage, like the whole concept of marriage just ended the relationship, ironic.
Also, they did both live on 2 coasts.
Well, no, she lived in California after that.
Oh, well, she got bored then.
But thankfully, she didn't sell her house in Atlanta.
She was never selling Lake Bailey. She knew she was going to go back there for business purposes. Doesn't she have that modeling school there and the Bailey wine cellar?
Wait, she still got that modeling school? Let me look that up right quick. The Bailey Agency. She still has an agency. I'm looking at the Instagram. Interesting.
I mean, it has yet to produce any talent we've heard of, but it's making money off the thought of a hope or a dream.
We'll leave it at that. Are you watching Love and Hip Hop?
I'm gonna start again.
Like, aren't they like already like 4 episodes in? Like, it's Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Atlanta and Miami were coming on simultaneously.
Do you care though?
I'm going to start watching them again.
Okay. I'm just wondering because I definitely don't watch.
I kind of miss them. I mean, it's just good to, look at Bobby's teeth and laugh, or, wonder what Amara La Negra that's good to hear is actually going to be. I need to find that out.
Okay. There is this rumor, speaking of Love and Hip Hop, that Spice had some complications during surgery. No one knows if she's okay or not.
Oh, I read today that wasn't true.
Oh, okay. But it's just weird. I mean, you can't just make shit like that up. Like, first we hear a coma, then we hear like complications, heart attack, and it does happen.
It does happen, but they can make these things up. I mean, Media Takeout has a whole business model off of that. How many times did they say Beyonce was pregnant? Hell, Jason Lee said the Queen was dead months before she died. People will make stuff up for a click and a view.
That's true. It's true.
Speaking of making shit up, Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, Slavon, said that he is exploiting their 15-year-old transgender daughter for financial gain. Now, this is the same one that's been dragging him into court for child support for decades now. But you're going to say that Dwayne Wade, who's worth $176 million, who's with Gabrielle Union, who's worth $40 million herself. Now, how the hell did she get $40 million? Girl, what movies were you doing? Because I missed them.
She does a lot of production.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was like, I don't see that with the acting credits. I was like, Being Mary Jane must have really paid, child. That must have really paid. I was like, 40 million, like, well, anyway. They don't need Zaya's money. They don't. They don't. Let's not tell them. Now, you might need Zaya's money, but they don't.
I agree. And Dwayne Wade clapped back earlier today. He read the fuck out of her and said he's definitely fed up with her and he's gonna get his lawyers. He said something about the high road. I want to find that quote because that was a really good quote. This is a quote he said, "I will not sit on my hands this time and allow her to make a mockery of my dedication to my family. The high road has run out of real estate." He meant business. Like, he definitely read her. As a woman who claims to be a good Christian mother, I've yet to see her make any sacrifice or effort to leave her own home to participate in her children's lives in over a decade. Zaya is not that same 3-year-old child anymore, and she's screaming that to the world, but most importantly to her mother. He said Savon has decided to pretty much be an absent parent to Zaya all on her own, in all caps.
Well.
So yeah, I haven't followed that story at all. I mean, all I knew was he has a transgender daughter who has been, walking in her truth and looking fierce while doing it. I didn't know they had any problems with her mom.
She always likes to pop out of the woodwork every so often, try to get some change, and then disappears again.
I'm surprised Shoni O'Neill hasn't hit her up.
Oh, because Dwayne won't let her profit. So she won't be able to bring up the children, and Basketball Wives, they kind of tired of dealing with them.
But they tried to hit her up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured that.
It's kind of like a Royce Reed situation.
Yes. So, as you know, Elon Musk has officially bought Twitter, and it's almost like comparable to when Trump won the presidency, almost. It feels like shit's gonna hit the fan very soon. And a lot of people are angry, saying he's gonna charge $8 a month for like verification on Twitter.
There will be other apps. Like, we can't all just leave America, but we can all delete Twitter and go somewhere the hell else.
Exactly. Like, I hope he goes bankrupt.
He probably will.
But a lot of people had a problem with it. I mean, it doesn't really affect us because we don't need a verifiable blue check or whatever. But it does say a lot. Like, what if we just wanted to imitate a celebrity and just pay the $8 a month, you know? Like,
no, but then they have to they verify you through your identification.
oh, okay. Because I was wondering, like, what if anybody could just buy a check?
No, you can buy a check and you can verify as you. It's just to keep people from impersonating celebrities or corporations.
Mhm.
I mean,
I was
people could be out here getting Wendy's in trouble, and Wendy's like, we just trying to make nuggets and burgers, y'all.
like, I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw, you know, Gonessa from the Shaws from Sunset. She actually tagged Elon Musk and was like, I don't think it's fair to charge $8 a month. I've been on TV for 11 years. I've paid my dues. Like,
then pay your $8 and shut the fuck up.
that was the sentiment underneath the tweet.
Oh my God, you chihuahua faced worthless bitch. I cannot with her. She one of them heifers that just because she had a child that we done forgot all the shit she done pulled in the past. Gigi, and I've heard you had some racist shit with you, so I'd shut all of the fucks up.
You know, that's the reason why I stopped watching Shaws of Sunset, because they just seem problematic, you know, and how they treat Black people. Like, I didn't like, especially how RZA would kind of address the Black housewives. I didn't like that, how he would change his inflection and talk like this.
I'm glad they're gone.
But I heard that, like, I think 3 of them are getting a spinoff of some sort. But I think once the one that married the Jackson, like once she left, I checked out.
I checked in like during the panty, but now that it's over, so is my interest. However, family karma, I'm here for.
Really? Like,
yes.
I could not get into it.
It was the third, this is going to be the 3rd season, and I just love how, you know, the one is gay and in love with the other one, but they're both marrying other people. Yeah, Amrite and Vishal are totally in love. Amrite went on and came out and he's marrying a white man, while Vishal is still marrying this girl. And it's like, honey.
There's 2 gay men?
Yeah, one of them's out and one of them isn't, but it's very obvious he is. And then the woman that
confirm that though. That's just you thinking that he's gay.
Everybody thinks that. And then the girl that he's with is giving you an Indian peppermint patty. It's a lavender marriage. Well,
first, how many seasons is this show? And second, can you please explain a lavender marriage for everyone else?
This is going to be its 3rd season, and a lavender marriage is when a gay woman and a gay man get together for, you know, being married for societal purposes, while they can enjoy their preferences as they please in private.
Okay, you know, you learn something new every day, the more you know.
And Shooting Star.
I mean, I went to BravoCon and I don't know, I feel like no one gave a fuck about family karma.
You know, it's only its 3rd season. It might take off this year, it might not. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I think it's Bravo's what do you call it, affirmative action show.
A little bit. And it's like, it's nice to see like drama from other cultures where like the aunties be getting into it.
Yeah. As far as Bling Empire, that's why I watch, because these are actual rich Asians, like just being petty with each other. And speaking of that, you know, there's a Dubai Bling, and I heard it's better than the Real Housewives of Dubai, because they actually they're rich.
I want to see it then.
Yeah, like, not saying that, you know, some of the housewives on Dubai aren't rich, but they're more interesting. Like Chanel Ayan is like the most interesting. Like, they probably only have like what, 2 or 3 interesting people in Dubai, and on the other one, it seems like it's a little bit more authentic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I might check it out too, but I saw the trailer. Like, you should look at it. Like, it seemed interesting.
I will check it out. Bling Dubai.
No, Dubai Bling.
Oh, Dubai Bling.
I mean, you can tell over here on the East Coast that the sun is setting. So let me fix this lighting.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes I wish life came with an instruction pamphlet, but sadly, it does not. So when you feel stuck or need some actual instruction, because there's been a career change, a new relationship, or just one of life's challenges, BetterHelp therapists have helped me figure out some of my challenging emotions and given me some skills and tools so that I can guide myself through the complexities of life. BetterHelp has connected over 3 million people with therapists. It's accessible anywhere in the world, convenient and easy. You go online, you're able to pick a therapist based on their skill set, and they get back to you in under 48 hours. I know I've used them to help me with grief, to help me with procrastination, and just to tune up as I go into my 40s.
As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with the therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/roast. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/roast. So since it's a dry ass week, I just want to know, what are you watching on TV right now? Because I've been looking at a couple of TV shows right now, and I checked out the first episode of The Watcher. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by it. I'm gonna finish it. It seems interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't, but I do kind of want to peep at The Watcher. American horror is a horror, but not in the good way. It's dry right now. I want to know which Housewives is coming out next, because Beverly Hills has finally ended. And I saw your tweet. I'm ready for a break from them too. Like, they gave us all the news all season long. It was a 40-week season, so I'm good.
Right? Like, I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't care about if racist Diana found the bots. I don't care what Lisa Rinna is doing right now. Y'all need a break. Go away. I'm really glad that they're not going to start filming until January, unlike last season where they just went right into it. So we don't know who's coming back yet. They need a little shakeup, and hopefully they do not bring Denise Richards back. Kyle keeps
Bravo. Yeah, no.
She had one good season. One. Kyle keeps threatening that she's gonna leave, but soon as her ass leaves, they're gonna replace her with Lisa Vanderpump. They shouldn't be sorry that she left.
They could, because they still have all those Vanderpump shows. So yeah, Kyle, I wouldn't talk too tough, but Kyle knows how to be two-faced it enough to be on this show.
Because if Kyle leaves, just imagine, like, Kyle leaves and then they fire racist Diana and they get rid of Crystal. I mean, they could bring back Kim, Kathy, and LVP to replace them.
And they could get rid of the Chip Heifer too.
No, leave her on so she can be, jumped like they used to jump everybody else.
Dorit don't play it. She plays it too safe. I feel like she's giving a little more than Crystal, but not enough.
I want Dorit still on the show, just demoted to friend.
Okay, I mean, as long as they keep Teddy demoted to off.
Teddy wants to be back on that show so bad, and it's not going to happen. They're not even going to bring you back for Girls Trip. Like, just pretend this never happened.
I mean, maybe she could get Orange County.
She lives in Beverly Hills, though.
She would move.
She would move. She's that desperate.
A desperate housewife.
Now, that is what I call an alley-oop. Also, what I've been watching, I saw Hocus Pocus 2 finally on my flight back to New York. I wasn't mad. I was not mad at all. It was a B minus. I would give it that. Did you see it?
I saw it, I reviewed it, and I thought it did what it was supposed to do. I loved how they updated it, but didn't hit us over the head. I was happy with it. I
Yeah,
will
I
be
mean,
watching it next year.
yeah, like I felt like I just had to suspend a little bit more belief and I could really enjoy it, but it's so hard for me not to see Carrie Bradshaw like as Sarah.
See, I knew her as Sarah before I knew her as Carrie, so
Exactly.
I don't mind because I remember her in another Bette Midler movie, First Wives Club.
Of course. I look, that was one of my favorite movies as a kid, which I don't know why it took me so long to, realize that I was gay. But yeah, it was one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that was a classic.
But I enjoyed Hocus Pocus 2. It was good. It was nice nostalgia, but let's not make any more.
We don't need a third.
Yeah, like with the other girls that are now witches. Spoiler alert, but I I don't really want to see them. Oh, and also what just premiered on HBO on Sunday, new season of The White Lotus.
Oh, I never saw the first season, but I'm a peep at this.
You gotta watch well, you can watch any of them now. Like the first one is like an anthology anyway. So it's only on connecting one character. But the first season is really good. You should check it out.
Okay, I will. I heard it's funny.
It's very funny. And season 2, it's good. I'm in for it.
I am looking forward to WandaVision season 2. It's going to be Agatha Harkness and the Coven of Chaos. And they've just cast Aubrey Plaza.
Wait, I think she's in the new White Lotus as well.
Yep.
It's not season 2 technically. It's just a spinoff because there's 2 spinoffs now. There's the Agatha one, and then they just casted Yaya, the fine black man. You know what I'm talking about?
Jonathan Majors?
No. His name is Yaya.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Yaya, the one who played Whitney.
No, it's the guy from The Watchers, Yahya Abdul Mateen. You've seen him before. He was in Candyman. Yeah, I always forget this man's name because he's not really in any movies that I really, really like. I just know him as that fine black man that people just be talking about on Twitter. But yeah, he's going to be in it's this show called Wonder Man, and he was connected to the Scarlet Witch.
Oh,
So Wanda might actually be in that because in the comics, like she was with him.
Oh, okay.
And then Vision is getting a spinoff. So it might be the same show, but I think they're bringing back Vision too.
Okay. Well, we've got a lot to look forward to since ain't nothing on. Which Housewife franchise is coming out next? I guess it's Jersey.
No, it's OC. OC's supposed to be in December. Allegedly.
I just want to lift my leg and light a fart on that one.
Well, no, like this is gonna be the first season of OC I'm actually gonna check out because Tamra and Taylor's on it, and then I think Vicky came back too, like as a friend.
I don't want to look at that crone with the sunken in eyes. I'd rather stare at a corpse.
They say she went on the cash trip.
Well, I don't want to look at her. And I mean, Tamra Judge, Taylor Armstrong, I saw their asses on Girls Trip and they didn't impress me much.
I actually like Tamra from Girls Trip. That what made me like her.
There's something about her I don't trust.
Well, she's probably because she's a Republican.
Yeah.
And Jersey is definitely coming up. I think it's coming in February. May come earlier, but yeah, it's going to be February.
No, because...
Well, we're getting Miami as well. So we're getting OC.
Miami don't even come on the air. Miami come on Peacock. Miami don't count. Miami's a TikTok show. Miami don't count. Please. Fuck Miami. Fuck them fish face looking heifers.
Well, we're getting 2 Peacock shows. There's like Miami and Girls Trip 3. And then
now, Girls Trip 3, I want to see, but they need something else on a weeknight because now we only have Salt Lake City and
Potomac.
And Potomac.
That's
Something's got, well, Family Karma's coming on after Potomac, but they gonna need another Real Housewives through the week, and OC ain't it.
I think they're aware that they need another show because normally they have like 3 like good shows that everyone's looking at. Maybe they're bringing back Vanderpump Rules too. I don't watch that shit, but
they do have Below Deck Adventure, which I may be checking out.
No.
My friend likes it, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look at it.
I think we stretched out a lot of topics for, a dry ass week.
A dry 2 weeks, hell.
Yeah, drier than Candace Owens' hair.
Ooh. I'll see you sooner than Giselle finishes that house.
And I'll see you sooner than Kanye becomes a billionaire.
Nope.